The Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf by Sashan. Once upon a time in the dark woods, there were three little pigs. Their names were John, Kendra, and Jessica. The three little pigs were all in the dark woods looking for a spot to make a home. They were walking and walking and walking until the three little pigs found a place that might work. The place they chose had so many colorful flowers. It had so many trees, and it was just a bit noisy because of animals in the forest. Each found enough room so they could make a home that was near each other. The first little pig named John made a house out of sticks. He stacked up sticks and kept on stacking them until he was done. He knew he had more work to do, but he was so tired that he wanted to have a little nap. John slept peacefully until he heard a noise. It was a terrifying noise. He was really scared. What was that noise? What could it be? Replied John. John had a hard time staying asleep. The small noises kept happening throughout the night. While John tried to stay asleep, the other pigs named Kendra and Jessica continued building their houses. They were a bit tired, but they wanted to have a house by the time John woke up. They both drifted asleep, but were suddenly woken up 2 hours later. John, wake up, said Kendra and Jessica. We finished building the houses, but we keep hearing strange sounds. Open the door, said the two pigs. Quick, come in, John said. Now we have a house out of bricks, and we don't need to worry about the big bad wolf blowing our house down, as long as we can keep our other houses nice and strong, like the brick one. As soon as John said that, they heard a growl outside their house. They all ran under the bed, but there was just one small problem. The pigs could not fit under the bed because they were all too fat. So then they found a different hiding spot, which was a closet, and they all got in but one, because she had to go check what the noise was. So she checked, she looked around, and said Jessica. What, said Kendra and John. It's a wolf, said Jessica. Said all the pigs. They ran and ran until one pig slipped in the mud. But the other pigs didn't stop, they just kept on running. Help, I slipped, said Kendra. The other pigs did not stop. John and Jessica were already in the dark, spooky woods. Once they got there, Jessica told John, Wait a minute, where is Kendra? John said. Let's go back and look for her. Oh, so they did. They heard Kendra yelling. We need to hurry. The house isn't strong enough because he could just blow everything down. Let's hurry to the brick house, said Kendra. Yeah, the wolf ain't gonna do anything because it's made out of brick, said John. Oh, you're right. Let's hurry, said Jessica. So the three little pigs left the stick house by going through the back door. It was very dark outside, and they could hear the wolf coming for them. Just when the wolf was close, they made their way inside the brick house. All the pigs started laughing. That was close, said Jessica. But they suddenly heard a knock at the door, which was a big bad wolf. The wolf said, Can I please have some food? I'm starving. I want food or I will eat you tonight. The pig jumped and locked all the doors in the house. The wolf was trying to break into the house. The wolf kicked at the door and realized it was made of wood. That means he could huff and puff and blow it down. That's exactly what he did. He started to huff and puff and he blew the door down, sending the pigs flying towards the back of the house. The pigs were not happy, but they still had one brick house left. There weren't many things in the house like frames, chairs, tables, and all that, but it did have more bricks. All the pigs jumped out of the window one by one. The three little pigs ran as fast as they could to the woods, but they ran and screamed because they were scared that the wolf would catch up and eat them. When they went to help the pig that fell in the mud, they heard a very scary noise. The wolf had reached Kendra and he ate her. So they both kicked the wolf in the stomach and Kendra popped back out. They ran as fast as they could. The wolf crashed into a tree and tried getting back up, but then fell again. Then he tried again and got up and ran after the pig. Once they got to the third brick house, they locked and closed all windows and doors. They also laid a trap of thick tar around the house. The wolf ran, and suddenly he was turning and he fell into it. He tried getting back up, but kept on falling. Until he tried again, he finally got up, but the pigs were already at the brick house, surrounded by more tar, so the wolf couldn't do anything about it. This made the wolf mad because he was hungry and wanted to eat another pig. But the wolf couldn't eat anything, and he tried to think what he could do. He said, maybe I can huff and puff all the tar away. So he tried to huff and puff, but the tar clung to him more. When he went to blow, he blew himself backwards and got stuck to a huge tree. He couldn't do anything because the tree was so strong that he couldn't even throw anything that was heavy to get unstuck. While the pigs were inside, they said to the wolf, yelling, "Ha ha, too bad, too sad, you can't break in and eat Kendra anymore." The wolf said, I will just go home, I guess, when I find a way to get off this tree. So the wolf eventually went home because he gave home and he never came back to the pig's house. Great work, said the pigs, and they gave each other high fives.